welcome to Project Firebird. Yes, Project Firebird. After much needed rest for a couple of weeks and a long hard think about what I want to do next, I decided to do a 1979 Pontiac Firebird by General Motors. I do believe they call them Trans Ams in the UK. I'm not sure what they call them in America. Please comment and let me know below. But before we go over the workbench and I show you the unboxing of it, I thought I'd explain why I wanted to do a Firebird or a Trans Am. I remember growing up in my hometown of Casnewydd, and I remember seeing these all over the place. And you know, I remember this one by this gentleman. He lived a couple of doors down from us, and it was quite magnificent, and it was in gold and had the black bird on it, and it just had that big V8 engine. It was quite an eye catcher and quite striking. You know, you know, everywhere it went, you know, you heard it before you seen it. And I always wanted one when I was a teenager, but I never really had one. And I suppose you can still get them there. There are a couple still knocking around, but I thought, well, why not do a Trans Am? Because I've always wanted one, and I absolutely love them. I love the big T-bird on the front. It's just such iconic and so 80s, and why not, you know? And it's in a really good scale as well, 1/16. So without further ado, let's go over to the workbench and let me show you Project Firebird. Bye now. Hello, and here we are at the workbench. As you can see, she's in her box and she looks absolutely gorgeous. So let's open her up and see what we got. And of course, the first bit we have is the instruction manual. It's not a bad instruction manual. Quite a lot of nice information in there. Nice big pictures as well to accompany the big scale model that it is. And as you can see, there's not a lot to it. So I'm sort of expecting this to go together really, really fast. And that's not always a bad thing. You know, it has got a really big body on it, and but that's okay. We can cope with that, can't we? You know. So there's more of the instructions, and the engine is really detailed as well. There's a lot of good detail on it, and there's the famous, well, I call them T-birds, but you know, I'm not sure what the proper terminology is, but yeah. So we have some clear parts and some red parts for the back, and as you can see, everything is still in the cellophane. We also have some really nice chrome parts. I'm sure you can see the detail there. There's a lot of good detail. I mean, just look at those wheels, aren't they absolutely striking? They really are. And I love those exhausts as well. They're just, oh, you know, takes me back to my youth. It really does. And then we have, that is the subframe, so that's the underside, and we have the front and the rear, and of course the doors either side, and more parts in there. It's very well moulded. I do think the moulding on this is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. And of course, this is more exhaust stuff and the engine blocks, and you can see how big the bonnet is. You know, if you look at my thumb in comparison, it's a really big model, and that's the air filter there, and that's one of the engine blocks. If we turn this over, you can see there's the seats there. So yeah, we can really see that. You can really see the scale on this. It's a really big model, and I'm going to enjoy building this. More parts again. That's the fan shroud, rear axle, dashboard, more seating. Looks really good, doesn't it? Of course, we got the main body, and you can see just in comparison to my hand just how big this really is. And that's the interior that we're going to paint up, and you can see this is really nice. It's a really nice model. It's been really scaled really well. You know, there's it's nice and thick as well. You know, this is going to look absolutely magnificent on my mantelpiece when it's all done. We have some tyres. 4 tyres. Oh, 4 tyres, there we go. And we have decals. There they are. So you can have a blue one, you can have a bluebird, or you can have a red one, and of course the gold one, this is the one I'll be using. Really love the gold look, and it's going to look absolutely magnificent. And there's a license plate, and I do believe those goes on the side sills, and we've got the GM badge there as well, General Motors badge, and it's all on there. It really is quite magnificent, and I'll probably keep these two for some other projects, probably put them on a spaceship or something, I don't know yet, but definitely keep those. So there we are, guys. So that is Project Firebird, and I'm going to enjoy making this. I'm going to enjoy building it. Definitely, I'm going to spray it gold. I'm definitely going to put some lighting in it. I'm also, I don't know yet. I may or may not make a stand for it. I haven't quite decided yet. But either way, it's going to be a really not so much challenging model, but enjoyable and take me back to my youth. And I'm sure many of you have owned, driven, or wanted a Pontiac Firebird at some point. So just put all this together. Yeah, I'm sure that at some point some of you have either owned, seen, or wanted a Pontiac Firebird, and here it is. Yeah, and I can highly recommend this kit. So thank you to MPC. It's a magnificent kit. So until part 2 of Project Firebird, you all take care and have an awesome weekend. Bye now.